So question answer 27 went pretty fast, I think. Let's start off with, before I do question answer 28, and before anybody asks, well, what did you do today, Donna? Well, I did a lot of things. I got a lot of errands done in preparation for the big event, knowing that I would not be able to go out shopping. I had to get stuff that I would be able to eat afterwards. Had to get Grandpa stuff that he would be able to eat. I got him half a pound of ham, some things he could put in the microwave, and we also went down to my favorite store, B&D, got my canned water after I talked to the doctor, excuse me, the dentist's office, and asked a lot of questions, because I had heard that canned water and tonic water or mineral water were bad for you. She laughed at me and she goes, I think that's great. Drink as much of that as you want, just not through a straw. So I was like, deal. So that part was awesome. Um, the next part that was pretty awesome was, I think Grandpa was really trying to keep my mind off of my troubles, if you will. Um, he today was excellent with me. We got our errands run, and we took him out to the Council on Aging to talk about his um, oh discount on his license plates. Well, he already had an appointment scheduled for the 30th, and just in case I work, I had to make sure that my mom would be able to take him, and she's like, yeah, I'll take him. So that's taken care of. And then, of course, after all that was taken care of, had to come home, and at first I wasn't going to mow. And I thought, well, maybe I shouldn't. But then I thought, you know what? I'm not going to be able to do it, while I'm off, probably, because I'll be feeling down and out. And everybody, when I say that, laughs. They're like, by Saturday you'll be fine. I'm like, I don't know. We'll see. So, anyway, I mowed today, and then while I was mowing, Grandpa started working on the tree, and I'm like, going, what are you doing? Why are you working on the apple tree? He's like, well, this branch is dead. So, he and I worked together to get he had cut some on the limb, and he was going to go get more of a saw or a rope to bring it down, and I was like, well, I'll just push it down. And while he was getting a rope, I literally pushed the limb, and it didn't bring down the cable wire or the TV wire, thank you, Lord, knock on wood. But what it did do was bring down one of the clotheslines, which Grandpa was like, we can always fix that later. So that was pretty nice. And together we sawed that limb up and put it out front for them to pick up. So that was pretty energetic, and it took my mind off of my troubles for a lot. But enough. Let's do question and answer 28. What is the last thing you do before bed at night? I try to make coffee for Grandpa in the morning, and that's probably the last thing that I try to do before I go to bed. If you could get yourself anything, what would you get? The perfect mouth without pain. Meaning, I would have, when this one comes out, I would have an implant in there, so I would not lose a tooth. I know, I'm anal, but I just would love to have everything perfect. Where's the worst place you could get stuck? I don't know, probably some place with quicksand, and I don't think that that's going to happen, so don't worry about it. Who have you met that you wish you hadn't? I would say we meet everybody for a reason, and whatever that reason is, we are not blessed to know, God knows. But if there was somebody that I wish I hadn't met, it would probably be the fourth guy that I dated, because he was so in love with his ex-wife, and everything was just, oh, I miss her, and if she hadn't cheated on me, we'd probably still be together. And whatever happened, I got an email from him, and he told me how that he was glad to have met me, but he went back to his ex-wife, and he was not happy with her 100%, but he did it for the kids. I'm thinking to myself, I don't really care to know what the reasoning is, just as long as those kids don't pay the ultimate price for their parents having problems. When I dance, I look like a blank, it says. So they want me to fill in the blank. When I dance, I look like a woman having a spaz attack. There we go. because I can't seem to dance properly, but I do my best. Most interesting thing in your purse is, I am not a woman of interesting things. Mine looks like a small suitcase though, and I do carry, um, um, well, I carry lots of those little cans of perfume. I get that from Grandma, and other than that, I can't think of really thing that would just amaze you. I mean, I carry my ID and my checks, but I don't know of anything really outstanding. What is the best advantage to being really tall? How would I know? I'm 5'2.5". But if I was really tall, I would say the best advantage is when you go to Walmart like I did today and everything is on the top shelf. I swear to goodness. And the good thing I can say is they pushed everything a little further out to the edge so it was easier to reach. What stores do you shop at? I love Goodwill. I love B&D. County Market a lot. And I would say Dollar General, Walmart, but we don't do too much Walmart. Dollar Tree, but those would be the top stores. What new technology will transform the future? You know, these cell phones keep doing different things, and it seems like it's replaced almost everything. So I'm sure they'll come out with a cell phone that is like magnificent. It does totally everything, you know. What supply in your home is running low? We always run low of fabric softener. I can't say that enough. I had to buy some today out there at Walmart. It's like fabric softener, fabric softener. What is the most delightful word you can think of? Delightful? Sometimes sleep is a delight, but when you have nightmares like I've been having, it's not a delight. So, I guess sleep. What is your least favorite beverage? I don't drink soda pop of any kind. I know people may say, but Donna, they make diet. I don't drink soda pop of any kind. I drink canned water. I drink Perrier because I get it down here at B&D. I drink iced tea, unsweet, but no, nothing like soda pop. If you were running for office, what would your campaign slogan be? I would say, if I was stupid enough to run for office, my campaign slogan would be, never give up. I'd steal John Cena's slogan. There we go. Use one word to describe your computer ability. I would say that I'm not a novice. I would be very advanced. We'll go with that. Longest time spent in a car ride is? Oh, goodness. I don't even know, to be honest with you. I know we went down to Kentucky to eat at Po Folks. We've ate at Cracker Barrels. We've traveled all over the place. But I can't think of the longest ride. I'll be honest with you. There's sometimes when it feels like it is the longest ride, but it isn't. But I can't think of one time. What fashion trend do you just not get? These young boys walking around with their pants not pulled all the way up, but yet they wear a belt around like their midriff. What is with that? Pull those pants up, or go find you a pair of pants like Wranglers with a patch on the butt, and I guarantee you'll feel better about yourself. If you could swim in any liquid, what would it be? Well, A, I can't swim. But B, if I could swim in any liquid, I don't like Jell-O too much, and I don't like pudding too much. So we'll go with unsweet tea, because I'm addicted to that. What is the song you hear most often? Well, I'm not one of these people that turn on CMT anymore, or the music channels as much as I used to. I turn on my CD players and I pull out my favorites, so I don't have to worry about what's on the radio. And anything from Chris Young to Easton Corbin to Dustin Lynch, to Dylan Scott, that I will put their CDs in and I'll be like, oh, take me away while I ride my bike. Ooh, ooh, ooh. I always do that. How many keys do you keep on your keychain? Well, I used to have a thing about a lot of keychains and not very many keys when I was younger. I collected keychains. No joke. Until I found out that's bad for your car. Imagine that. But that was my thing when I was a teenager. I loved keychains. I would say when I use my keys, which most of the time I'm using Grandpa's keys, he only keeps the main key to the car on there. My keys are somewhere in my purse, I think. I'm not for sure, so don't quote me. I'm always in trouble for misplacing stuff, and that's something I've misplaced lately. So it gets to be interesting when I misplace things, I tell you, because you never know what I'm going to misplace next. There we go. I dropped the last question. What fortune would you want to get from a fortune cookie? I would say everything's going to be all right. That would be the best thing it could tell me. Because I'm a worrywart, and I'm thinking the worst. And even one of my cousins who I seen at County Market with my grandpa a few days ago, she goes, Donna, it's not going to be as bad as what you're thinking. So I hope she's right. And I don't know if that's going to be the case or not, because I'm stressing totally. But I talked to the dentist office today, and they told me they're going to turn it way up. They're not even going to have any conversation in the room, which is great. And, of course, I'll have my Valium before I get in there. And one of my friends, he goes, just don't be like that Alan Jackson song with Jeff Foxworthy in it. I'm in love with you, baby, and I don't even know your name. He says, you're already virtually married. You're trying to get divorced. He goes, you don't need any help there. And I know he was trying to make light of it, but in the end, I was still stressing, and I'm still stressing at this exact moment. But I don't think we have to worry about that. I don't see that happening at all. But I will see you. Well, heck, it's still early. I might go ahead and do 27. We've done 27 and 28, right? So I'll do 29 with you as well. That way I only have to do 3 videos tomorrow night. So stay tuned.